Is it good to go, Colleen?
Good afternoon and welcome to the Special Council meeting Tuesday 22nd of October 2019. East Gippsland Shire Council live streams, records and publishes its meetings via webcasting to enhance the accessibility of its meetings to the broader East Gippsland community. These recordings are also archived and available for viewing by the public or used for publicity or information purposes. At the appropriate times during the meeting, any members of the gallery who are addressing the council will have their image, comments or submissions recorded. No other person has the right to record council meetings unless approval has been granted by the chair. Please ensure that mobile phones and other electronic devices are turned off or in silent mode for the duration of the meeting. Councillors, I would like to remind you to make sure that your microphone is turned on when you're addressing the gallery. Members of the public wishing to speak, we will ensure that the microphone is turned on for you. On behalf of Council, I would like to acknowledge the Gunai-Kurnai people, the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathered today, and pay our respects to the elders, both past and present. 1.2, apologies.
None have been received, Madam Mayor.
1.3, declaration of conflict of interest.
None have been received, Madam Mayor.
1.4, next meetings is the statutory council meeting Tuesday the 29th of October 2019 to elect the Mayor and Deputy Mayor for 2019-20 to be held at the Corporate Centre, 273 Main Street, Bairnsdale, commencing at 6 p.m. And the ordinary council meeting Tuesday 12th November 2019 to be held at the Orbost Service Centre, commencing at 1 p.m. We have the Annual Report 2018-2019 to be presented, and I'll welcome Swathi Kartik to present the Annual Report.
Good afternoon, Madam Mayor and councillors. Council officers are very proud to present the Annual Report 2018 and 19 for Council's endorsement under the requirements of the Local Government Act 1989. The annual report has information on organisations' performance reports, comprehensive financial statements and a review of council strategies, and a copy has been attached to the report presented. Officers would like council to endorse this report. The annual report 2018 and 19 was submitted to the Minister of Local Government on the 30th of September 2019. The information in the report was provided by officers from across the organisation and follows Local Government Victoria's Best Practice Guide. A video of Council's highlights over the past year has been created, provided an overview of the report's key information for your information today, and I would like to play the video with your permission. Thank you.
There's so much more to local government than just roads, rates and rubbish. East Gippsland Shire Council services a population of over 46,000 people across a geographic area which covers 10% of the entire state of Victoria. East Gippsland Shire Council services are provided from a range of facilities. Our friendly staff are ready to assist you at our corporate centre, service centres, caravan parks, landfills, transfer stations, recreation centres, outdoor pools, visitor information centres, livestock exchange, Forge Theatre and Arts Hub, aerodromes, and on our Raymond Island ferry. There's so much more to local government than just roads, rates and rubbish. East Gippsland Shire Council services a population of over 46,000 people across a geographic area which covers 10% of the entire state of Victoria. East Gippsland Shire Council services are provided from a range of facilities. Our friendly staff are ready to assist you at our corporate centre, service centres, caravan parks, landfills, transfer stations, recreation centres, outdoor pools, visitor information centres, livestock exchange, Forge Theatre and Arts Hub, aerodromes, and on our Raymond Island ferry.
In the interests of moving along, have you...
We do have a full video that is ready to be presented.
Okay.
If I may have a minute to work out the IT issue and come back.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, are there any questions from councillors while we're waiting the IT? No?
I'll make up a question. If I may, Madam Mayor, statistically I'd like to question the 10% of the Victorian state that we cover, because when you look at it on the map it actually looks more than that. And I know it's 22,000 square kilometres, but realistically on the map it looks like it's actually a quarter of the state. So I'm going to put that out there as a question.
I believe that it's because of the pointy end. It's been a statistic that has been used over a long time, and my understanding is it was calculated at the beginning, so the people that calculated it are probably no longer in the organisation, but I'm sure that when amalgamation took place 21 years ago, that was when that figure was first calculated, and it's been used throughout, so I believe it is accurate.
Okay, I think Swathi have the full video.
We do. If councillors would like them circulated along with being published as part of the report, officers I'd like to take questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Councillor Tui.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. In page 74 of the report, which deals with the satisfaction with sealed local roads, I had a question there just in regards to whether that satisfaction was just in regards to council maintained roads, or did that include Vic roads?
The question was supposed to be around council roads, but looking at the data we got back and some of the roads that we got commentary around, quite a number of those were actually Regional Roads Victoria roads. So therefore, we've sent that information on to Regional Roads Victoria so they can address some of those and understand where some of those complaints are coming from. So whilst we use it as a measure of our own roads, unfortunately, it does pick up customers' perhaps dissatisfaction with some roads that are not under our control.
If there are no further questions, we have a recommendation before us. Thanks, Councillor Rotino.
Happy to move, Madam Mayor.
Thanks, Councillor Peltz. Councillor Rotino, do you wish to speak to it?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like to thank the staff for the work that's gone into this annual report, but I'd also like to encourage that we do share the YouTube version of it. I know in previous years it's been really well received and shared extensively. I know local real estate agents use it to promote the area, so it is a really good avenue. I'd also encourage people to read pages 6 and 7 of the highlights of the report, which cover all our key strategic issues that we want to see for our region around livability, what we do out in the with economic development, and all the key indicators there are being well either matched or being exceeded. And just quickly on the strong communities, we had 46 newly conferred Australian citizens in that period, 131 performances, 17,000 people attending shows at the Forge Theatre. In the livable region, we had 151 capital works rehabilitation projects. Our bulk solar saw 320 kilowatt solar power was installed, 320 kilowatts worth of solar power installed. 2,898 kilometres of road, which 1,157 kilometres sealed road, and the remaining is unsealed. We had 544 planning application decisions, so there's some really key critical data in there. In the growing regional opportunities, we've had major projects, we've had 350 events, 269 events permits being issued, and pleasingly, if you flick through to the page on governance, over the last few years we've seen our in-camera meetings go from around the 40% mark down to 26% to in this last period below 3%, in fact 2.67%. So I thank the work that's gone into this report, and I thank the Mayor for her leadership and councillors for supporting this. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Tino. and Councillor Peltz.
Yes, I too would like to reiterate my colleagues' statements and just thank the staff and our new executive officer for his first 12 months and what he's been able to achieve. I think it's a great performance for the year that we've just had, with a few hurdles along the way, but coming out the other side looking a whole lot better, and knowing that there's a lot coming up for our community. I was just reading a factual bit here which stated we tendered 42 tenders, and the 42 tenders we received 153 submissions for them. So that's really great that we're getting competitive tenders from in and around our region and outside, that the majority of those tenders did go to local providers. So I'd like to say that's really great that we're keeping our funds in the community and generating around the economy, which is really important to me. East Gippsland, let's just state it, it's one of the best regions in the whole state to live in, even if it is in drought. People at times like these, they are virtuous, and we gather together to help each other out, and you know, I still just love living here. It's the best place. So with that stated, I'd like to thank everyone for their input and endorse this for my colleagues today. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thanks, Councillor Peltz. Councillor Buckley.
A point of order, Madam Mayor. Would I be in a position to make a small amendment before it goes to the vote?
We'll hear it, Councillor Buckley. We'll hear it.
Hear it? In section Our Vision, East Gippsland is the most livable region in Australia, a place of natural beauty, enviable lifestyles and opportunities. Well, I would agree with most of that, except if we could put one little word in there, East Gippsland is one of the most, because we're just, it's an untruth. I won't call it a lie or anything like that, but if I tried to put up something like this down at Warrnambool or someone like that, they wouldn't, definitely most wouldn't agree with it, because our own family is, of course, the best. And that's my amendment, that we just put one of the most. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Councillor Retainer, do you accept the amendment?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. No, I don't accept it. That's our aspiration, to be the most livable region. I'm happy with that.
Thank you. Okay, if there are no further speakers, I'll put the motion to you. All those in favour? All those in favour? All those against? Motion is carried 7-1. Thank you, Swathi, for presenting the annual report, and following that, I now declare the meeting closed at 1:16. Thank you.